My name is Bubba Hogan with Dreamscapes Landscaping. I met Steve years ago at an event in Chicago, Pandemonium, which is an aquascape event, sponsored event. But anyway, I heard this guy sitting there telling stories about how he makes all these millions of dollars. And one year he was actually number one, or actually a couple of years he was number one salesman or installer, I guess, with Aquascape. And he had a little round table discussion talking about how he can sit there and help folks out and all this money he can make. And I thought basically he was full of it, full of crap, and for years I thought he was. I was like, a lot of people tell the stories, and I just couldn't see. I was like, I looked at him and watched him and observed, and over the course of time, and then they started the CSA mastermind, I guess. At the time it was just CSA, I think. In the back of my mind, I knew I probably should have joined up and done it, but I was like, $500 a month, dude's just looking for another way to make some money and get some suckers in it, I guess. Throughout time, though, like I said, every year watching him, and every year he's always right there in either number one or number two or top 5, 10 at Aquascape, and thought, there's got to be something to it. So as time watched, every time all the guys that were in the CSA mastermind, they always seem to be the top 10 guys. So, you get to thinking there's got to be something to it. So as the bridge opened up, I was like, at least this is a way for me to get my feet wet and jump in and find out a little bit about it. And throughout the time, talking to other guys and all, still in the back of my mind, I thought Steve was still full of it. But like I said, after about a year or two ago was when, talking to a few other guys, I realized, it's the real deal, and he actually made a believer of me, so I had a whole new respect for him. Sick and tired of being sick and tired, I guess, all the years of working, and at the end of the year, you don't really have any money, things like that, and just seeing other guys, being successful, doing things. Yeah, we were selling pine jobs, selling jobs, but it just seemed like we never really focused or knew what to do to actually expand the business or make money and things like that. Kind of get stressful and tired. You sit there and do it, and you think, is it really worth doing after a while? And then once you sit there, after becoming the CSA and getting involved in it here, and now, like I said, on average, monthly, able to make payroll, pay myself, have money in the bank when this event come open, it was like a no-brainer and didn't even hesitate to sit there and pay the money. It's amazing. I mean, I'm one of those set back and just kind of take things in and don't really get involved, but it's one of those too. You get out of it what you put into it. The more you get involved on the Facebook page or get involved in the events and cocktails and fight night, everything like that, the more you'll get out of it. I'd probably be sitting there, would be lucky to have $500 in the bank right now again, as usual, and sitting there thinking about Christmas, and the guys either not getting a paycheck or certainly not getting a Christmas bonus. But just thinking how I'm going to make it come January with any jobs lined up or being able to focus and have a game plan. Join it and you won't regret it. You get in there, you can always get out at any time if you put into it and get involved in it. It's one of those, if you do it, you look back later and think, you can always go back to where you were. It's like being broke. You can always go back to being broke. But if you sit there and invest in it and get something out of it, you won't regret it.